Well, hello, Nicole. How are you? I keep forgetting it says there's two watching, but one of them is me. Miss Xander. Yeah, hold on. I wanted to show you. Is that it? Nope. That whole critter right there. That is all W's. Dizzy. Hopefully, I'll find a couple more tonight. Yeah, the other one I've got my best errors in, and the important NICs. There's a 74 DDO. That one has got. Let me put that underneath of the scope real quick and see what y'all think about it. Because I swear that thing looks like what they referred to as a double chin. And I can't find anything about it. It's a 72. But just realized I meant to mute the other one so that I could make sure everything was staying up to par, but apparently I paused it. Anybody else see it there? And like I said, it's a 72. It's a little dirty. I never thought about checking it for DDO or any of that anywhere else. I thought Andy from the Coin Hunting Couple had lost her mind talking about horse poop. Up to like 4 of them now. But yeah, Xander, I greatly appreciated those books. I have just about filled them up already. Give me somewhere to put, I got a book full of errors. And then the little short one. Oh, let me switch that back. What's up, Cimarron? Speaking of Cimarron, that copper round you sent me. And there's my first copper round that come from D-Dub. That one came from Lambo Stacker. That one came from Tupac. That one actually came from Ravenhawk. It's not copper, it's a commemorative of some kind. But they were immediately put to use as soon as I got them. They didn't sit around wondering what they was going to be. They knew. So we got 10 rolls. Let me put my BFGs on. Or BCGs. Yeah, that's what. When somebody asked me here a while back, do you have any copper rounds? I was like, oh yeah, I got thousands of them. I mean, the little bitty ones, but no, I ain't got no big ones. The next thing you know, I got that book full. Legit Sir Noobs, how are you? Yeah, embarked on one of them adventures today. I wish I'd done a little bit of research on. I decided just to go ahead and go through with it. Had made a trade with somebody. I sent them a large print red book, and they sent me a great big Canadian book. I didn't realize when I got to the post office it was going to cost $33 to send a package to Canada. One said, "Is there going to be anything else?" I was like, "No, this round of intercourse is kind of wiping me out, honey. I need to go lay down." Like, could you at least pull a gun on me or something so I don't feel so bad about giving you that much money willingly? Am I paying the Pony Express guys per diem? Yeah. I'm also kind of pulling some of them to the side for that quarter book I'm filling. W's, errors, whatevers. Something decent to put in the quarter book. Maybe upgrade something, maybe fill a hole. Some of them Denvers get to looking really nice. I need a couple of them Rockefeller W's. No, it's Philadelphia. That one's a nice looking one. Let's take him over there and check him in a minute. Yeah. FEEL. You want me to put that link up there, Dale? Hold up. There it is. I found a parking lot coin the other day, and when I got it to looking at it and everything, it was all scratched and beat up. Looked pretty rough. Closer I got to looking at it, it was a 2019 W. I was like, why did it, Betty? Why? So I cleaned him up as good as I could and put it in a flip. If I find any more of them, I might make an ugly set or something. Sell it to somebody for $5. If they need a hole filler. The keyboard looks like it's in a mechanic shop. Nicole, thank you for popping in. Went through with a bunch of those tubes you sent me and got all my S mints in them. I was like a kid. All kinds of new toys to play with. Everybody liking it because the weather's warming back up a little. They say we're supposed to have another little cold snap come through, but my wife got me a tape dispenser the other day. The tape this thing's got in it's about, I don't know, it's about the third size width of a roll of box tape, and you don't have to worry about washing your hands between rolls. It just about pulls fingerprints off of you. That's ugly. Connecticut. Looks like a maybe, and it's a nope. And it's a nope. Seems to be another roll of notes. We'll check and see. Excuse me. Back here. Yeah, I was wondering, with those already being an NIFC, what kind of reduced rates they were done on those, with them being from 2009. And I mean, they really weren't. They slowed down in 2008 and 2009 on them, but only by about, I want to say, $1 million. I think the Red Book said there was 1.4 million of those put out 2009 halves. Well, you're talking about quarters, though. Oh, mixing conversations. Had a guy the other day want to start arguing with me. I told him, go ahead and leave 2 or 3 times. He wanted to just stand there and keep on going. Finally, I said, dude, I'm not your dad. Go find him for your attention. If I can't get my point across, I'll have everybody in the store laugh at you. It's been a slow couple of weeks. Hadn't really had a whole lot of fun to happen to talk about. Everything's been kind of slow and steady. Had one of them just give up and quit over in the cafe. American Memorial Parks, and it's a Philadelphia. Rockefeller, Philadelphia. Some of these get kind of boring after a little bit. Used to be a joke talking about Donald Trump looking at a map of New York, talking about got it, need it, got it, need it. And you find out most of it didn't belong to him. We can't talk about stuff like that without it turning political. No, I'm not very political. Just trying to hurry up, go through these, and go over and see what kind of mayhem he might still be in the midst of. I found so many of the spitting horses and as nasty as that one's is. I believe that's Denver. Philadelphia. I started to say something, can't remember what it was. Ain't got time to backstring up. What you doing, brass junkie? If the telephone guy sent you, you probably need a full body cavity search. I'm actually kind of waiting for I'm not falling for that again. Yeah. How are you doing, Monica? You got to watch out bringing up a full body cavity research around some people. They volunteer for it. He said the telephone guy sent him. Got to get the pink flamingo. I just got back from dinner, and it was good. Speaking of the telephone guy, he's actually peeking out from back here too. You barely can see him. Sometimes it takes a little help to get them started. I dropped it one. The hell happened to that one? Looked like somebody used it for somewhere to set the incense cone. Used to do that with a penny and dare somebody to pick it up. A Denver Warren the Pacific. I need a W Warren the Pacific, not a Denver. Yeah. See, I didn't think about that there, Brass Junkie. Some nice San Antonio, Philadelphia, or San Antonio Missions, Philadelphia. We will see if it upgrades in the book. Come on now. Come on, yeah. Yeah. Some of them will talk about how the rich people, oh, they died so young with a nose full of cocaine. Yeah. That's what happens when they get all that money, get access to that shit. So far, we're just getting some swappers. Found a silver quarter last night. One of them I'd found in a while. Found a 64. It didn't even make it in the book. I had a trade I was doing with somebody. I just dropped it right over in their bag instead of worrying about pulling one out of the book. Hey, Pammy. How you doing tonight? Nope, 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 nope. Everyday Opportunity does a much better impersonation of Ben Stein than I do. Denver, Denver, Denver. Excuse me, guys. And nothing. It's like somebody already looked through these. I might have to take and buy a box of quarters and just put them back, because if I do the way that I'm doing now, I'll buy a box of quarters, and then once I'm done searching them, I take them and sell them back to the safe, and then I have to wait till we run out of those before we can get another box in. If I get one of them and go through it and then just hold on to it, then the next time that we order a box at work, I can just take that one in and trade it. I mean, essentially, I'll be running on the same time frame. It's just that I won't have to worry about drawing money out of the bank and putting it back in, and drawing it out and putting it back in. This one's got an AMP in it, but it looks like a Philadelphia, and it is. I don't think I see any silver. Do. I have to check that one. I was talking with somebody the other day, and I went, I hadn't really realized it until my wife pointed it out, but I've never been that good at saving money. And this hobby has allowed me to collect more money than I have ever been able to save. And it's kind of weird, because 3 years ago, no, I wouldn't have had the ability to go, I want to get a box of quarters and just go get $500 out of the bank. I'd have had to hawk the car or something. Have we got an extra cactus leaf, or is it just dirty? I think we got an extra cactus leaf. Yep. I can't find the cursor. For those of you that don't know what an extra cactus leaf is, I'm not an expert on them, but I do find them from time to time. And if you notice, I had a little thing I wanted to use for a pointer the other day. That'll work. If you notice right here, you can see the J and the M. Well, you're supposed to be able to see the JFM, which is, or I think that's what the initials are. I don't know. The more I look at that, that may not be. Look, it might just be some damage. Yeah, scratch that. That's just parking lot marks. I'm not sure what the cat is manhandling in the other room, but there's a lot of racket. Let me switch that back. Yeah, I guess it would. It would. I've got somebody who's been bringing rolls of quarters into the store, and I got to keep an eye because I've already been through all of the quarters that we have in the safe. Somehow or another, I keep finding 2020 W's and everything when I'm checking the change machines. And it's because I guess somebody's bringing in rolls of quarters from home or something, and I really wish they'd come in while I was there because I'd go ahead and buy all of them they had. Kinda. Her name, the cat, is actually not my cat. The cat is the dog's cat. And what I mean by that is when we first got the dog, we had her for about 6 months no, we'd had her about a year. And what's up, Mikey? We'd had her about a year, and my wife decided she wanted to go back to work. So the dog was just tearing everything up. She was having all kinds of separation anxiety. She hadn't been away from either one of us since the day we had got her. And so we decided we were gonna get another pet. And we had somebody call and told us that truck stop up the road, about 20 minutes up the road here, they had seen a little kitten out in the parking lot. So we loaded up and went up there. And it was a little white and tabby mix. And she didn't have no tail. And she wasn't a cabot. She wasn't a mix or whatever that is where they don't have any tail. Something had happened and hers had gotten chopped off. This is not the most graceful animal in the world, and she believes that she is one of the great white hunters. And like, we had to get her fixed because she would go into heat sometimes 2 to 3 times a month, and it never failed. She'd wait till about 3 o'clock in the morning and just walk through the house screaming to the top of her like, "Rawr!" And so we finally got her fixed. And she has no clue that she's not a dog. The way Farley oohed and awed over her and everything else and babied after her. And she has no clue that she's a cat. And Farley's name is Farley Frummett. Last name is Froumette from it. And I kind of wanted something to match with the cat, so cat didn't have no tail. We called her NT, and I started calling her Nearly to It. Touette. So we got Farley from it, Nearly to It, and Rebel. Rebel's a bulldog mix, I believe, of some kind, and she's one of those that's just so dumb she's lovable. They were going to put her to sleep because they thought she was aggressive. Come to find out, she's just extremely vocal. You can walk up and start petting on her or anything else, and she is just tail wagging and everything, but she sounds like she's about to tear up the world. She did have a bit of food aggression when we first got her, and well, the way that we cured that was whenever it was time to eat, she had to come over and ask for her bowl because it was mine, and I'd let her borrow it, but it was mine. And it took about 2 or 3 times of that, and after that, the food aggressions kind of went away. We had one more incident where she bit the other dog, and when she did, I grabbed her by her ruff and just grabbed a handful of dog food and packed it in her mouth. I was like, "Here, you want it?" I believe that was the last time we had any incident with that. She finally realized that blue bag sitting next to the dog food bowls that's bigger than she is completely full of food. That bowl's not going to run empty. The tape cutter on this dispenser, I believe I'd be better off chewing through it. Down to 3 rolls. That one's got a Rocky feller on the end. I can tell from the look of it, it's a Philadelphia. Ain't even got to flip it over. We're going to take bets on it. That one might be promising, but it ain't. I've had to look twice, make sure that there wasn't nobody over here in the basement I didn't notice. I'd like to find a S or something. Didn't have to be a W. Most of the Philadelphias look like to me like the trees on fire. Because they're all, look all smoky in the background. Brass Junkie, thank you for coming by, bud. And just a pile of nothing. Philly, 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 Philly. I sort of reverse crop dusted my boss the other day. I had a bit of gas, and I'm over on the computer, all off in the corner by myself, ain't near nobody. And one of them hit me, and it was rough. But I was there by myself. Well, the next thing I know, I hear, "Well, I need over there. You need to get up." And I turn around and look, and she's walking towards me, and I'm like, you sure?" She said, "Yes." And I went, "You positive?" And she's now got about 3 feet away from me and steady walking at me as her nose curls up. And she went, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I looked at me and I went, "I warned you. I even asked if you were sure." She didn't talk to me till the next day. I was like, "Don't be mad at me. I asked. You was the one that had to be all bossy and come running up there in the middle of everything. I warned you, did I not?" Awesome. That's extremely cool there, Mikey. Got that one. I got a bunch of them, but I'd even give a bad W a nice home right now if you just let me find it. I'd much prefer one of them Rockefellers, but so what's going on with the car there, Susie? I saw the little stream a while ago. We were getting ready to head out. Did you get it back to the house, or did you go ahead and shoot it and leave it? Wow. I bet that was a fun ride there. And that's sarcasm. Glad you're all right, hon. I noticed in the little stream there you was still in the car. Had you messed your clothes and couldn't get out? Because I would have. Anybody that I have ever taught to drive a car. Oh my God. Hey, now wait a minute. Did something break? Or did somebody loosen your lug nuts? Like a dumbass neighbor. first one of them I found in the wild. And it's a Philadelphia. I already got that spot in my book. Now, yeah, extra cactus leaf. I'll put that under the scope here in a minute. This is the last roll I got. Wow. The check engine light come on my little Volvo a while ago, and I kind of had a panic attack. I can't imagine going down the road and a damn wheel coming off. Thought I found some horse poop. Yeah, at least you had snacks. All right. First, I want to check that. Philadelphia. That's a little better shape than the one that I got. Telling my wife something you don't really realize when you filling these books up is these damn things hold about $30. 2013 Great Basin. I don't have either one of those. That's at Denver. They're going to be able to give you a guesstimation on a repair here in the next day or so, or when it gets better. Yeah. Feels like you're about to break a nail. Hey. It's a Philadelphia. That's a Philadelphia. I'm going to say that one looks a little better. Got a couple of them pretty close to being full. Looks better than that one. Put that one up there. We'll put this one in here. We'll close that up. Now I'm going to fire that scope up and show you what I mean about the extra cactus leaf if you haven't seen one before. All right. See how you can make out the JIM or JIH? I can't remember which that is on there. On an extra cactus leaf, it's a die cut where the die is chipped. You notice there's got something covering that part of it there, and it looks like I guess an extension of that cactus. That is awesome, Mikey. It's me, Batman. So, I mean, what all of y'all lovely folks out doing tonight? I know we just in here chilling out, hanging out with me and everything, but now that I got the camera up here and y'all can't see what I'm doing with my hands, it's time for some magic. But I'll probably be the only one seeing it. And the whole time the record driver is probably going, "Oh, well, I didn't realize that. Honey, how much have you had to drink today?" Not a damn enough. I hope y'all all right, Susie. Hey, you could tell that, you could go over and ask that neighbor if he could take you to the doctor. He wouldn't have to worry about you being over in your apartment making no noise. You missed the telephone guy. He even had a stream up a little while ago. If you'd asked real nice, one of them might have had something. That actually don't look too bad. The one over top was a little bright. My daughter got me a little tripod that has the mount on it for your phone and everything. And got its own little backlight. We'll go out and get in his car if he stole your parking spot and be like, "I'm sorry, I thought it was my car. I wasn't awake." Yeah, he did him a little stream there a while ago. Kind of a just wanted to pop in and say, "Hey, not really I'm back" thing, but the thing actually does pretty good on the lighting, doesn't it? It's bright as hell. No camera on that's not too bad either. And like I said, I turned autocorrect off. Susie, you can't type with an accent with that. It won't let you say dumb stuff on purpose. Yeah. Look, I didn't realize there's my camera for my overhead. I mean, I know you could see the microphone. I just didn't realize you could see the camera too. All of my stuff looks semi-professional. There's Gorilla Tape and all kind of shit holding this stuff together. Can't really see it from that angle, but the microphone wouldn't fit in the mount that I had up there because the mount was too wide. So I took a well, good night, Susie. Go lay down. When you wake up tomorrow, get ready to just fight and hope you don't have to. Yep. I run out of Balamar. Actually, no, I didn't. It's out in the van. I was in the midst of other projects when I decided to start playing with that light. And that's a bright little bastard. Not sure what my daughter's watching in the other room, but there's all kind of giggling and shit going on. Hung out on Coin World UK for a little while earlier. That was quite a bit of fun. He does the battleships kind of game. I decided to make me a cheat sheet, and apparently I messed my cheat sheet up. Didn't do me too good. Yeah. Never played Battleship before, huh? First time I popped in there and I just started, answering a random question. And they were like, okay, now you got to pick a position on the prize or on the ammo board. And I'm like, I got a what? I'm not even sure what you mean by that, buddy. Dale is awesome, though. The way he's got that set up to run. Really, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Underappreciated. I know he's already monetized, but he ought to have about at least 100 people in chat. Yeah. It'd be pretty easy to answer, though. Earth, Was the United States like the only one that doesn't? I got a pile of world coins over here. Big bag that I've gathered from work, and then my daughter got me another one. I'm not real sure. I think she might be getting my schedule straightened back out to where I have my normal Wednesday and Thursday off. Anybody know if EC's still up and running? Anybody know? I can go check. Oh. Now, does everybody know that Mad Stacker actually created a new channel? So everybody's already subbed to him. There's a stream he's running right now. Why don't we all go over and, I mean, there's only 3 of us in here, but hey, Braid. I do greatly appreciate y'all coming over and hanging out with me and killing a little bit of time. Is it conceited if I like my own video? Just kind of throwing that out there. Mikey, Xander, anybody else that's still out there listening? And I love y'all. And I know sometimes it can be hard, but at least make a valiant attempt at trying to behave.